Doobie doobie doo. You're still muted. There we go.
All right. Am I muted? Can y'all hear me?
No, you're
No,
good.
we can't hear you.
TJ. I was actually going to turn off the mic and then we have to rip the whole thing. God.
Oh, jeez. All right.
But anyway,
I'm
we're
about to say
here.
Fern missing, but it's so dark.
Yeah, it's me. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
All right.
He's back on screen.
Yes, we are here, people. We are here.
Yes, we are. The Sci-Fi Nerds are back with a brand new movie review show tonight. And tonight we're going to be reviewing Spider-Man. So before we get started, Donald.
Superman, damn it.
Wait, hold it.
Get the name right.
Come on.
I said Superman.
Spider-Man.
You said Spider-Man.
You're like my mom, I swear.
I said Superman.
She's like, yeah.
No, you did say Spider-Man, my
I
friend.
said Spider-Man.
Yes, you did.
You said
Superman.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go back and listen to it to make sure I said Spider-Man.
No,
Yeah.
you said Spider-Man. It sounded like a P when you said it.
Yep.
I was like, what?
That's why I got my teeth because I'm catching the cold.
Might almost lost your nerd cred there.
All right. Okay. Let me. All right. I'm Donald.
I'm DJ.
DJ.
Kyle.
Rummy.
I'm Surgeon in the Dark. Yes, he is.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Are you afraid of the dog?
Oh, wait, what's the line that Bane says? You think darkness is your ally.
I was born in it.
You really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Molded by him.
Spider-Man, exactly. What the hell's going on? I know it's a cross. That's all the train. It's a crossover, man. It's a DC Marvel crossover. Well, we all want.
Yeah. Give us the amalgamum story.
Yes. I don't know.
That
what
would be
is.
interesting.
Yes.
So back in the 90s, DC and Marvel teamed up and they had their superheroes fight each other. And then there was a collision of the characters and they became two characters became one. So you had Wolverine and Batman crossed over into what was called Dark Claw. So he dressed like Batman, but he had Wolverine's claws.
Oh, that's sick.
And then Spider-Man and Superboy were fused together to become Spider-Boy. And so he had like the outfit like Superboy at the time, but he had Spider-Man's mask and used guns to shoot webs or something like that. You had Captain America and Superman fused together to become this like a super soldier.
Oh, that's so cool.
And there was a lot of others. I can't remember all the crossovers, but those were kind of like the main ones. So it was a short, like little side project that they did. That was pretty cool. So
No, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it do. Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see that in live action. There we go.
yeah, we could see Surge again.
Look at that back. Look at that back image right there.
I wanted to get by the fireplace.
Fireplace.
It's the fireplace time. We just got a cold front, so
Yeah, it's coming down this way, sir.
Man,
Yeah,
like, I've never seen a more.
yeah.
Christmas
We're
movie.
all Texans are happy in the South Texas that it's 60 degrees now. That's great.
60. It was down to 3 today.
Yeah, see, I ain't trying to
Lucky
be
man.
involved in nothing like that. Anything like that, I don't want to be involved in.
That builds character.
Yeah. makes you a man. Makes
I'm
you
just
real.
not that character.
You don't endure the cold until you go to Texas.
We go to the beach on Christmas.
There you go.
But before we get into our review, DJ did have something that he would like to share with us that I think is pretty amazing. So go ahead, DJ. The floor is yours, brother.
So the other day I was just scrolling through Twitter like I do when I'm bored and stuff, and just seeing what kind of crazy stuff's going on. And stumbled on this guy's essentially kind of like a tech demo trailer that he came up with for an idea that he has for an animated Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty sure he used AI to like help him build it out and everything. But it's 3 minutes long, and it's really cool. It's essentially the Maximum Carnage story.
Ooh.
But he animated it and stuff. So wanted to share it with you guys and see what you thought, because I figured you probably hadn't come across it on your own. So if you're ready, I'll give it a start.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
ここに座るなら何かご注文をお願いしてもよろしいですか？何かお持ちしましょうか？
へえ、お前ら全員死ね。
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's Carnage.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, was that Eddie? That might have been Eddie. Was that Eddie?
大丈夫？どうしてもこの感覚が拭えない。何か恐ろしいことが起きそうな気がして。
Oh, that was a dope shot.
本当に今夜行かなきゃいけないの？頑張れ、タイガー。
We got a 34 coming over at the intersection of Jennings Street and Prospect Avenue. Body of the job is advised male assaulted, $6 Hispanic to male black.
They gave him a super special need right now.
あれは一体何なんだ？引き起こせ。
Oh my. God.
Got some Sam Raimi vibes. Yes! Venom!
Wow.
Venom!
Oh.
Let's go!
Man! Oh man.
これはマジで最高に楽しい。
Oh!
Yeah, that's hard.
Man. Oh man.
It's about to go down.
Oh. Oh. Sock it to him.
こいつ何なんだよ。見た目はベノムなのに動きがまるで別物じゃねえか。
So that's it.
ベノム。悪い夢
Oh,
だ
right
よ。
on my neck. Yo!
あいつら。化け物だ。本当の怪物と戦ってるんじゃないか。俺。
No, no.
Oh, damn it.
Really?
Oh, so good.
It was starting to get fun.
Oh, that was awesome.
No.
That was really cool.
DJ, no.
Yeah, that's all he has.
Damn.
That's all he has. So his handle is Psyop Anime on Twitter.
I definitely wouldn't mind that tone for a Spider-Man film at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
That was crazy.
So cool.
So
That was better than anything Sony gave us.
yeah.
It'd be Carnage movie. It was like, where's the carnage, Sony? I want the violence. Where is it?
Yeah, that was amazing, DJ. Thanks
was
for
awesome.
sharing that. That was awesome.
That was
I like that. I definitely
Yeah.
wouldn't mind that kind of tone and setting. That is awesome.
Yeah, we need to get a proper adaptation of the Maximum Carnage storyline at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they canceled the Ninja Turtle Last Ronin project too.
That pissed me off. I was so
Oh, they
mad.
did?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
canceled it. Yeah.
I
That's-
know.
Wow.
I was mad. I was like, damn it. The last Ronin story is so cool. It's like so
Yeah,
different
it's
for
so
Ninja
awesome,
Turtles.
man.
And then they're just like, nah. Like,
It's so awesome when they had to freaking cancel the freaking.
I know.
Yeah, because the stuff we actually want, they don't want to give us.
No, I think we might be still
Right,
getting
DJ, that's right. Yeah.
Donald, I think we might be still getting the video game of it though.
All right. Well, I hope so. I want the movie more though. I wish you. I'm like,
I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with the video game because I can just watch the playthroughs of it and I'd be fine with that. But yeah, I would prefer a movie. But if at least we're getting something. If we get the video game, I'll still be happy because I just
I'll be excited. I'll be excited for that. But
yeah.
Speaking of video games, I finally recently tried out the Giga Bash with Godzilla.
How was it?
Nice. What do you
It
think?
was good.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Really?
Did you play with
Oh,
Gamma?
cool. Okay.
I haven't played with Gamera yet. I played, so I in order to play as like Godzilla and Gamera and the others, you have to play through like play in the arcade mode, or multiplayer or whatever. So I did a arcade run and with Godzilla and yeah, it's a lot of fun when you build up the power level and you go super mode and it turns into a giant burning Godzilla. So
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So
We need to do that to the game.
Yeah, I just recently started playing that game like recently, and I played both Godzilla and Gamera, and it was so fun. But I feel like I enjoy playing Godzilla more than Gamera than all the other monsters.
yeah, I'll eventually I'll try them all. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. Been busy with things.
What I find funny about Giga Bash is that like I think they've like kind of like gone overboard. I think with bringing in different kaiju, because then they're just like, look at all these original kaiju we originally made for the video game, and everybody's like, oh, we don't give a shit about that. We want Godzilla and Gamera. Like that's your guys' fault. You brought in those guys.
Well, so like I started playing through the storyline, and the storyline makes you play as their original kaiju. And the first one that you play as, he was a cool character. Like he had some really nice abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying the game. I definitely need to spend more time with it to try out the others and stuff. But I completed his storyline, so
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's some good news. That's good to hear that that is awesome. So
Yep.
all right. And again, DJ, thanks for sharing that trailer with us. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's sick.
That was clear.
Yeah, he got the music right and everything.
Yeah, the tone,
Those
and
are
everything.
the tad bit of like fighting we got between Venom and Carnage. I was like, that is what I want. Like a simple.
How long you said the trailer was, DJ?
Just under 3 minutes. Like the whole video clip is like 3:10, but
that's crazy how he was able to capture that all in. That's awesome.
And it doesn't feel like 3 minutes.
Yeah, like it don't feel
Not
like
like a
3
minute.
minutes at all. Like I'm like, what the world?
Yeah, it felt so much quicker. And when it ended up, like, damn it! No, I want more.
So
I'm blaming
hopefully,
DJ for not giving us more.
whatever. So, hey, go like his Twitter handle. Tell him you love the video, and hopefully he'll be able to like actually make it into a full-fledged movie or something.
Yeah, that was nice. I definitely would support that. Let's see. Yeah, Susan, time to get into some Superman. That is the movie for this week.
Yep.
So this was my first time watching it. Is this anybody else first time watching it?
No,
this was my second.
Yeah, this was my first time
This
watching it.
was my third, I guess.
I saw it like
I've seen it a few times, I would say.
twice. Yeah, probably saw it twice a little bit with my family. But
Okay. Is this your first time, sir?
I had seen it, I think, when it came out to streaming.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
Streaming or yeah. I think it was on Max. So I saw it a bit back.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we'll go ahead and
I
get.
saw it in the movies, and then that's when I like watched with my family at home. We didn't like completely finish it because my sister was like, she had a lot of sores in her back, so we couldn't really finish the film. But I still remember seeing it with my friend last summer. It was so good.
Yeah, I got to say I was impressed with what I saw. I'll say that. So we'll go ahead and start. DJ, I'll start with you. Before you, what that mean, Remy?
I don't even understand. DJ gave me a quick sneak peek of what he thought of the movie. I was like, oh no, this is not gonna be good.
DJ, before you watched the film, what was your expectations of Superman, and what drew you to the film once you start watching it, if anything did draw you to the film?
So the trailers didn't give me much hope, honestly. And I can't remember if it was more morbid curiosity or if I thought we were going to actually be talking about it when it was in theaters that drove me to go and see it. Probably a little bit of both. Because I mean, I was hopeful, but my expectations were not high. So
okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Kyle, what about you? Before you watched this film, what was your expectations for this movie, and what drew you to this film?
I was like kind of hoping, maybe for a really good Superman movie, but out of all the Superman movies, I feel like this is probably going to be like somehow. I wasn't really hoping that it was going to be a big hit, but I kind of was like not expecting maybe to come along in the summer along with, like it come out in the middle of the summer along with the Jurassic World Rebirth and the Fantastic Four, because I feel like I was going to like have to tackle all three of them. So Superman was my second movie to watch after Jurassic World Rebirth, after I've seen it twice, and seeing it with my friend. It was like I really got to like see, and hopefully we could definitely cover it for the podcast. So thankfully we were able to do it. So
Remy, what about you? Before you watched the film, what was your expectations of this movie, and what drew you to this film?
Well, I guess my expectations were that like I enjoyed most of James Gunn's previous work with the Guardians of the Galaxy films and the Suicide Squad that he did. I enjoyed all three of them, so I was like looking forward to this to see his like take on Superman. And the trailers I thought were pretty interesting. I thought they caught my attention, and we hadn't gotten like a solo Superman movie for like a while since like Man of Steel. So I was excited to see like where this kind of like took off from that. And I think the problem with what I think was getting on my nerves about this movie the most was that like just the online discourse that was like surrounding it, because you had people who had like legitimate like criticisms, like I was like, okay, I understand that, but then you had the other side of it where you had the stupid Snyder fans going like, oh, this dumb,
right,
yeah. My
Superman
would do that. My Superman would be the strong alpha male guy, and it's like, oh my god, shut up, shut up. Your Superman's gone. Your universe is dead. Move on. Like, do you have any other thing to do with your life? So you had all that surrounding the film, so that was kind of like muddling my opinion on it a bit, but I was just hoping at least for like a good time. I was like, it doesn't have to be fantastic. I want it to be fantastic, but just at least be entertaining is like what I wanted from it. And I felt like I got a good, solid, like entertaining film. That was the biggest hope, was that just please like make him act like Superman. Just like make him act like that Boy Scout, hopeful, optimistic guy that like we all know from the character. And I feel like that, and watching the film, I felt like it delivered on that aspect of the character. So I was like happy with that at least.
Yeah, normally when I go DJ
I see that look in his face.
Oh my god, this is gonna be good.
The words of the dude. Well, that's just your opinion,
Yeah.
man.
Normally, when I go into
Yeah,
films like
it's
this,
just yours.
I try to go on with my own expectations, my own opinion. One thing I will say about this film, though, is I definitely love the colors. Very colorful movie. Make the movie feel alive. Gave it life. So that's one of the biggest things I did enjoy about this film. That's what really drew me to it. The colors, and you could kind of see James Gunn did his homework doing this film, actually. So that was one of the biggest things that drew me to this movie. Sir, what about you? Before you watched the film, what was your expectations of this movie, and what drew you to the film?
Well, I think I can. I'm with Remy on this one. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. It's my turn, Remy. Okay. I was hopeful. I mean, like when you keep on doing like the reboots and stuff, and it's like it hadn't even been that long since the last movie, Superman movie or Superman movie that he was in. It's kind of like, all right, okay, we're getting a reboot, which is kind of like, I mean, to me, it just feels lame. But when I saw the trailer, I was interested. And I was hopeful. And I think, like Remy said, I wasn't expecting it to be, like fantastic or amazing, but at least enjoyable. And that's kind of what it looked like from the trailer, that it would be at least enjoyable versus like, other slop that's been out there, especially in like the superhero genre. So I was pretty hopeful. In fact, I actually wanted to see it in theaters. I just never got around to it, but that's more than I can say for a lot of the more recent like DC movies. I mean, I can't remember the last time I went to a movie theater for a DC movie. So yeah, I was optimistic, I guess you could say.
I was the same as you, Serge. I was very optimistic when the movie was going to come out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't. It was kind of like, I mean, because we had seen. Well, there had been trailers to other movies that were just kind of like, yeah, no, But this one, I thought, okay, but I have to. I'll be biased and say that it was partially because that first trailer that had the slowed down old Superman theme.
Yeah, the
That
John
kind of like
Williams
got me,
theme.
and the John Williams theme slowed
Yeah.
down with guitar and
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, okay, I like this. I like this. This is very nostalgic.
Okay.
And I dig it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was hopeful, because, well, the music grabbed me. So I thought, let's hope it's good.
Yeah. This is all right, DJ. Coming back to you.
Okay.
DJ. DJ, in your opinion, how would you describe the opening sequence or the first 30 minutes of this film, in your opinion?
It was definitely an interesting approach to starting off a Superman movie. Let's show him beaten up, broken, bruised, and bloodied right off the bat. As we slowly explain that, the sequence of events leading up to this moment. So I get that they, I don't mind them bypassing like an origin story. Like, I'm done with the origin stories unless it's a whole new character that they're bringing into like a thing. But if it's an established character that we've seen multiple times, by all means, bypass the origin.
Yeah.
Just jump into it. So I do appreciate that fact that they're like, he's been doing this for 3 years now. Okay, cool. It was a little, I found it a little weird. But I guess thinking about it, maybe, I felt that it was a little weird when he's being hit with the sunbeam that he's like screaming in pain. But the more I think about it, it's probably because like his bones were being mended and stuff like that. So, but if it was screaming from absorbing the energy from the sun, that was too weird. So, because that's his power battery. So, I do appreciate the take on the angles and the view, like the camera work that they did for the fight and everything.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, definitely different style for Superman fights, not one that we've seen on film before. So I did appreciate that. But yeah, like it I don't know. Like I wasn't exactly like, you know,
DJ, just say it. Just say it.
Well, my opinion about the overall movie is it sucks, but he's asking me about the beginning, so I'm trying to find the right words to put it. Like it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but again, it's not how I would choose to introduce a new Superman.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's a fair point. On you, Kyle, how would you describe the opening sequence or the first 30 minutes of this film, in your opinion?
Going to the opening of the first film, oh my God, it was pretty interesting to start with him getting beaten up, and then like DJ said, getting like resuscitated from the sun and just screaming in pain, and while it transitions to like his daily routine as like a reporter. It was pretty interesting, but I can understand why my dad and some people don't like this new take on the Superman, because this version of Superman, he's basically has more human emotions compared to like in the comics or in the Christopher Reeves. He's not like afraid of anything. He doesn't really he has no fear of going into danger. But in this one, he's just trying to keep his identity secret along with Lois Lane, which is really an interesting concept, but still like a really new, interesting take on Superman. I think James Gunn's take on the movie, well done. Like, good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend everyone who ever really wants it. It's really good. It's funny, or sometimes action. It's fine. But if you don't like it, it's totally fine.
Got jumped around there, but okay.
Remy, how would you describe the opening sequence or the first 30 minutes of this movie, in your opinion?
I think I'm like with DJ, where like I like the fact that it didn't like just like retell the same origin story, because like with these big characters like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, we're like, oh my god, we know like how many times we're going to see Batman's parents get shot in the face. I get it. It sucks, but who like jump into it already. So I'm glad that this one was just like, no, we're going to get right into it, and it already kind of like set up the world that many humans already exist. They've existed for centuries, and Superman is like as seen as the most powerful one. He's never lost a fight up until now, and then like give us a bit of back story on like he went to this war between these two neighboring countries, and people were seeing him as like maybe you shouldn't have done that. Like he kind of just like overpassed a bunch of laws and stuff like that. And so taking that more realistic approach to Superman, where like in reality what he's doing would cause like a lot of controversy, a lot of questioning on his part, because he's an alien and he's kind of, people would think that he's kind of just enforcing his like place on like our politics.
His authority.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of like making Superman sort of like weaker, I guess. Like I want him to have like a good fight, but I'm not like a huge fan of just like depowering him so much that like he doesn't feel like the almighty powerful hero that we're all accustomed to.
Right.
But yeah, so like, and I think that's like my biggest issue with the film, but also that was like my biggest issue with whenever I like watched the original Superman animated series. from like the 90s, because like a lot of times
Oh yeah.
episodes, and I'm like, like, come on, throw a punch or something, man. Like, this is like nothing to you. But I understand that for that show, the creators also like didn't make Superman as OP as he usually is, so I understand that. And James Gunn did explain why he did that as well, and I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I guess I'll roll with it. But I did like the fact that you kind of like already kind of get a sense of the Superman's character in those opening scenes, where like he's kind of dorky and he's kind of cheesy. Like as soon as he like gets back up from the sun, he's like, golly, like I gotta get back into gray. Like he's already kind of throwing out those terms, and I'm like, all right, I kind of like that. Like, it's already kind of giving like a glimpse of his character. Like he's just doing it because he just loves it. Even when he flies away, you just see him like kind of smile because he's gonna go back and fight the Hammer of Baravia, whatever it's called.
Ultraman.
Basically Ultraman. Yeah. They call
Ultraman in Iron Man armor.
Basically, yeah. Or in the Doomslayer armor. It kind of looked like Doomslayer a bit. Kind of like that. But yeah, no, and also the fight, I thought I agree with DJ that a lot of the angles and a lot of cinematography of them like fighting each other. I really like the way the way the camera like spins around and like
it was fire. It was fire
around whenever they are fighting. I thought was a really cool addition and made the Superman fights more engaging, because like my biggest problem that I had with Snyder's films was that a lot of the times the superpowered characters would kind of like fight each other and then boom, send a punch, and they would like go flying 100 miles away and be like, where's the back and forth, man? I want the back and forth. I don't want this like one punch. Oh, you're flying away. I'm coming back to you, and another huge punch. It's like that gets dull after a while. So I'm glad that like James Gunn kind of incorporated that into this like opening fight. And also like too with the establishing Luthor is like he's been studying Superman for so many years that like he's like kind of like planned every single move out. So that kind of like gives you like an idea of just how like long
obsessed he is.
Obsessed he is, and how like long Luthor has been like watching Superman. So that kind of like builds up their rivalry or like hatred, or I guess Luthor's hatred for him in the beginning as well. So yeah, I thought it was a good opening to the film, and I thought it gave enough info without kind of like feeling overstuffed, I guess. I mean, it was pretty like big. It was a pretty big opening, but I think as the film progressed, a lot of it started to make more sense, and I started to get accustomed to this new world that James Gunn was establishing. So, but yeah, no, I like the opening.
No, I mean, I agree, Remy. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed seeing Crypto in the opening. I'm glad that Lex and Lois's character is established as well. Like, she already knows he's Superman. He's been, like you said, Remy, he's been studying Superman, so they're already, familiar, with each other. So that was cool. And I know you and DJ both touched on the camera angles, which I enjoyed, because I almost feel like, that's how we're seeing the fight from Superman's perspective with how he's fighting. So, but the camera angles, they were one of my favorite in the movie. Like I said, with the camera angles, the color, that's what really put, the film over the top for me. Serge, let's get your opinion on this. How did you feel about the opening sequence or the first 30 minutes of this film?
Well, I don't know who said it, but I think interesting pretty much sums it up. I know I think how DJ had mentioned, it's like, well, we already know the origin story. We don't have to start all over again. And then kind of laying out the land of like, oh, this has been going on like, already for a couple of years. I feel like I was a little back and forth as to how I felt about that. But I will say that, I mean, the way it starts, and it's like, I mean, there's plenty of movies that start at the end, right, or towards the end, and then it's like, oh, how did we get here? And that was fine. That was fine. But and that's kind of why I say like, interesting, because I wasn't quite sure how to feel about it. But regardless, it was enjoyable. So regardless whether I was kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. It was still enjoyable. I don't know if I have too much else. I had to actually think about it. And when y'all were talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that is how it started. I had to think about it for a sec. I like how it just it started quickly.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like all right, let's work up to what's going on or what's going down. So I did like how it started quickly because, yeah, it's like we all know the origin. So might as well let's just get the party started.
Yeah,
and,
it kind of just dumps you into it already.
Yeah. And it's it jumps you in really quickly, but it lets you know along the way, okay, this is what's going on and this and that. So I'm good with that. So definitely not a bad first 30 minutes, an interesting first 30 minutes, but definitely not bad.
And I forgot to add, I do like the super bots.
Oh yeah, the Superman robots. Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Superbots were awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the music too was really good in this segment too. I kind of like the slow
I did enjoy the music.
Incorporation of the theme.
Right away, the music was good. And I mean, it's a good looking movie, colors and all that kind of stuff. It's just that's what I liked about it too. It's just this is a good looking movie.
All right, we'll go move on to our next question. DJ, you're up next. So Superman, he shows quite a bit of emotion throughout this film, DJ. So I want to ask you, how did you feel about Superman's emotions throughout the film? Is it something you enjoyed? Something that you disliked?
It was terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Superman can't show emotions, but
right.
legitimate reasons. Going back to the animated series, the first time that we see him really break down is when Turban gets killed.
Yeah, by Darkseid.
Yeah, because he lost out on saving somebody he cared about, and so that was genuine emotion, him expressing his frustration at not being able to save a friend of his. And we're not getting that in this. In this movie, he's hurt. His feelings are hurt by online comments. Come on. Superman, he knows people are not going to like him. He is supposed to expect that. And he's crying about somebody saying super shit or whatever. Dude, no, that's not Superman. That's some new age Superboy or whatever. No. And he's screaming with Lois about it and everything. I'm sorry, that's not Superman. And then even at the end when he's confronting the Lex, he's okay, the only time that his outburst was somewhat legit was when he went after Lex to get Krypton back.
Crypto.
Yeah. Or Crypto, yeah. That I get. Don't mess with my pet, man. Even though the pet doesn't respect him at all.
Yeah, it's not even his pet.
Yeah. But still, it's it's a family pet. I get it. You don't mess with them. But I'm sorry, the whole point of Superman is when he's Clark Kent, that's him mimicking us. He is above us. He is beyond us. And the fact that he falls to he becomes more emotional than some people over the stupidest things it doesn't make him Superman. Now, his heroics, him wanting to prevent a war and the slaughter of people, that is Superman.
Right.
And I appreciate that aspect. He legit wanted to stop people from dying. That's what Superman does. He tries to do everything he possibly can with all of his abilities to stop as much death as possible. He knows he can't do it all the time. And that's part of the reason why the death of his father is such an instrumental moment for him, because he can't stop a heart attack from killing somebody. Whereas the Snyderverse version, it's a tornado that he could easily run into, grab his dad, run out, and nobody would know the difference.
Oh, son, don't say me from tornadoes. No, screw that scene. That scene, the rest of the movie, forever. That's
yeah, but like the Christopher Reeves one. His dad dies of a heart attack. He can't do anything to save him.
Yeah.
That's legit emotion. That's legit motivation for why he does what he does. This movie doesn't exude that. He's basically a teenager that's having a hissy fit that somebody said mean words about him online. That's how they portrayed him. Like I said, they're legit.
Nothing left to say.
The only legit emotion that he like the time that he was upset was with him trying to get crypto back from Lex Luthor when everything else was going wrong.
Yeah.
Like that I understand, but the rest of it, no. Like Superman would just brush off online comments and just deal with whatever.
Yeah.
Like his focus is on saving people, not reading up on the latest gossip on Twitter.
Oh shoot! All right, Gal, I'm gonna come to you. That's. How did you feel about Superman emotions in this film?
I have to be honest. It's an interesting take, but you're not alone on this, DJ. My dad's probably on about that one too. He's so like nitpicky about this version of Superman, but it's I really have nothing to say about this version of Superman. He's basically like trying to keep like he's basically like just going on his like his daily life, but you could definitely see he's trying to like he lets all his emotions out for over like say like during the interview with Lois Lane as he's like switching characters between Clark Kent and the Superman. But it's like you could definitely see that he's trying to keep himself from being identified as Superman, which is normally what a superhero will always do. They try to keep their identity secret and going over like first trying to save crypto, and now he's brought over and he's feeling the tears after being Metaphor, if that's I think that guy with the kryptonite in his arm who's who was in the prison by Lex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like you could see his eyes that he's tearing up as Metaverse is like hurting him with kryptonite energy. Like you could definitely feel the pain he's going through, and I love how he was able to like in the end confront Lex Luthor after defeating his minions. So he was basically just, you know what? We all go through emotions. We always get scared. And that was a really best message that this movie has to offer. You always go through your emotions and you always do what you can do. But oh my God. What really matters is we're all humans. And that's how they're like trying to give Superman like feelings that like us do, and I think that's a really interesting take of this movie.
Okay, no, I mean that's a pretty fair.
DJ's like,
yeah, DJ looks like he's ready to kill Kyle. I'm like, Kyle.
Well,
no.
Well, if that the case, he about to really put hands on you, Remy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know this is your favorite movie, Remy. So,
it's like
I like it. It's not my favorite.
How did you feel about Superman's emotions throughout the film, Remy?
I mean, I can understand DJ's point of view about it because, like, yeah, there are some points in the movie where I'm like, okay, I think he could tone down a bit. Like the super shit one kind of felt more of like a comedic like element rather than him, like being more dramatic. Where he's just like, you know, what irritates me the most is just like, I think that's the biggest issue about this film is that sometimes they do put in jokes where they're not really needed. Like I'm like it's cool with the jokes, man. Like stop.
Yeah.
Don't be Marvel. Like stop. Don't do
well,
that.
But that's the problem. It's James Gunn. He introduced the formula that they all followed.
I know that's the thing. Yeah, I think it's just James Gunn. I think James Gunn uses this kind of clue where he puts the jokes in that. Just like cut some of them down.
Well, it's just like what Snyder with the lens flares or whatever.
Yeah, or no, I think that's J.J. Abrams.
Oh
The
yeah,
Snyder
yeah.
slow motion.
Yeah,
It's
Snyder
like,
slow motion.
it's like, oh my
J.J.
God,
Abrams the
God,
lens
just
flare.
just stop. Just make it normal. I wanted Justice League is 4 hours. You have everything being in slow motion. Anyway, enough about not. But with this one though, there are a lot of moments where I do appreciate like him kind of like having those kind of outbursts. Like I think the one I kind of defend is when him and Lois are talking about him jutting into the war and him kind of getting like upset about that because like I think from that point of view, from like his stance is that like he's annoyed by it because people are just like, what about the politics here and the politics this and that, and in his division and in his opinion, he's just like, I don't care about any of that. I didn't want people to die. People were going to die if I didn't step in to do something. That to me, I really appreciate when he just like yells at her and just says like, people were going to die. Like that to me is like, yeah, that's Superman. Like,
yeah, that is a good line. That's like one of the best lines in the movie.
Yeah, he doesn't care about any of the outgoing stuff. He doesn't give a shit about any of that. He's just like, I just want to keep life sacred. Life is important to me. I just want to prevent it from being lost. And I admired that line. And with the final speech that he makes to Lex, I kind of am fine with that also, just because I think Lex was also kind of like, because I think Superman was just at that point where he was just like, Lex is just like looked at me like I'm this alien. Everybody else is looking at me like I'm this extraterrestrial that they can't trust. And like you have that scene too where the true message that his parents gives from about like have a bunch of women and then like take over the planet like that. I like that reaction of him too, because like you don't really see any like big over dramatics from him. You kind of just see him have like this quiet sort of like shock on his face, like holy shit, like this message that I have with me all my life that I thought was like meant for me to be this world's savior was actually meant for me to be this world's conqueror. And so I kind of like the fact that he doesn't really have like a huge outburst. It's just more like a quiet sort of like inside like existential crisis basically. So I admired that in the acting, but I think like the final speech, I think it's just finally him coming to grips with who he is and that he is human. And like, I don't know, for some, but to me, I'm fine with the final speech because I just found that to be just
a very Superman,
very human speech. Just like I wake up every morning, I try to put one foot in front of the other. I make mistakes, but that's being human. And that's my greatest strength. And I hope that one day you realize that too. Like Lex, like I kind of like that last part too, where he's like, and that's my biggest strength. And I hope for someday for Second World, you realize that it's yours too. Like he tells that to Lex, that like even after everything Lex has done to him, Superman still has hope and faith that Lex can change for the better and use his like mind to actually better the world. But of course, Lex being Lex, he doesn't really even consider that.
He wasn't trying to hear that.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that's beautiful," but
he was not trying to hear that at all.
Yeah, and so I don't know. At some points, I think he got a little bit over dramatic, but in other scenes, I was fine with it. I actually thought like it made him more engaging,
So overall, where you at with it? Did you enjoy the level?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, from my take, I enjoyed the kind of like human aspect that they made Superman. I think also too the reason why they just made him so over emotional is that there may have been a bit of overcompensation for how Henry Cavill's Superman was acting, with him being stoic all the time, and people complained about that. I think it's like another probably reason why they made him so emotional in this. So I think they just need to find I think in later movies, I think they just need to find a better balance of him being emotional, being a stoic Superman that like we're used to.
That's a fair point. Fair point. Mr. Cyrus, got to come to you, brother. How did you feel about Superman's emotions throughout this film?
Okay, so how did I feel about it? I mean, I'm on DJ's side with this. It was a bit much. It was a bit annoying. But what I will say is that I saw this Superman as younger than Henry Cavill's Superman, a young, immature Superman that is learning how to be the Superman that he will be in the future, learning how to be the future, maybe Henry Cavill-ish that he will be. So I understand, even though I got a bit annoyed by the way he acted and like his emotional responses to things, but I understood that this was a younger Superman that has not grown up, that doesn't have much experience in life as the superhero that he is. So it's like, I get it, you know. I would hope in the next movie maybe he'd be a little bit more mature, because I would assume in the next movie he'd be a little bit older. But, you know, I mean, that's basically it. You know, he acted like a kid because, well, I mean, I work at a college. He looks like a work study. Work studies are going to be younger. They're not advisors. They are younger. You're an advisor. You're a bit older.
Yeah, but he's in his early 30s.
Yeah.
Well, he don't look like he's in his early 30s.
Because I'm pretty sure that they established that he dropped on Earth like 30 to 33 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Well, then he's taking a long ass time to mature up.
Yeah. See, like,
but I guess like I totally missed that, or that went over my head. But I guess like when I look at Henry Cavill and this guy, I don't remember his name.
Cornsweat.
There you go.
Yeah, David.
Like when I see both of them, I don't hear like the numbers. I just look at them and see like, yeah, Henry Cavill looks quite a bit older than this one. So I just automatically assume this is just a younger version of Superman. That kind of derails things a little bit, DJ. But that kind of just like, man, well, this guy needs to grow up then.
Yeah. I think what they should have done is, I think if they made him like this is his first year as Superman, I think we would be a lot more forgiving about the way he acts. Just like it was like the first time, kind of like fully coming out of Superman. Like I feel like that would be a bit more reasonable. But the fact that they made it
like I mean, it
kind of ruins it as well.
I mean, to me, like I see this kid. I mean, man, I see this kid's haircut, and I'm just like, this guy's like in his early 20s or something like that.
Yeah.
So I totally missed the memo on the age, but I mean, but in general, like for me, I just assumed that it was a younger Superman. Obviously, he hasn't been doing this too long, and so I understood the maturity level, and even though
like for me, I'm comparing it with the Christopher Reeve one, and I know that that's like a really high mountaintop to try and compare anything to. But he set the standard.
Mm-hmm.
He portrayed Superman both as Superman and Clark Kent. Like he did a phenomenal job of being able to transition and show that transition too. Like when he's in Lois's apartment, he's like hunched over when he's got his glasses on, but as soon as he takes them off, he's standing straight up.
I love that.
You can see like he's sure of himself. He's confident. But then as soon as he puts the glasses back on, he's back to being timid and shy and, unsure and stuff. And that's the
change too that he does, where he's like, Lois, I need to tell you something. Or I was, and then like he goes back to that kind of like dorky, nerdy voice.
So, and he, and in that one, he was just starting out. Like he just made his first appearance when he rescued Lois from the helicopter. So, there's ways that you can portray somebody starting out and having the maturity and everything, and I just don't feel like they did a good job with that in this one. They just, like I said, it's they made him a teenager in an adult body.
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
No,
good point.
Getting some interesting points. So I mean, it sounds really good. Really, really enjoying the conversation and opinion. So,
and my daughter.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hello.
She woke up. She's like, "Daddy, I'm thirsty."
We see we're introduced to a lot more characters in this movie. So, DJ, I want to ask you, outside of Superman, who was your favorite character, or who did you enjoy the most in this film?
Mr. Terrific was really cool.
Yeah, me too.
I liked him. I thought that the actor did a really good job with with portraying him and stuff. Hot Girl was annoying. I don't think I've ever seen her doing like a banshee scream every time she attacks or flies around and stuff. That threw me off. Like,
what's wrong, DJ? You didn't like that?
I will say her personality threw me off. Yeah, her personality threw me off. Watching her from the animations and things like that. Her personality was definitely different.
It was
hard for me to get with it.
Now, I will say, if I remember Hawk Girl's mythos correctly, she almost always has a different personality every time she resurrects.
Yeah.
Whereas Hawkman, because she forgets who she was, whereas Hawkman always remembers who he actually is. He's always the same.
Probably. I
think that's the mythos behind him. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't really studied up on the Hawk Girl Hawkman, but I want to say that at least in some interpretations, that's the dynamic that I understand. Nathan Fillion, I love him. I hate Guy Gardner, but I appreciate how he played him because he is an annoying prick.
Yeah.
And he's like my least favorite of the Green Lanterns. Like,
yeah,
I want to see Kyle Rayner on screen.
I think that's the point of it, though. He's supposed to be.
They need another Green.
No, I get it. And Nathan Fillion did a good job. Like, he played him well. He's supposed to be an annoying prick. So, like, kudos to him. I just don't like Guy Gardner. I would love to see Kyle Rayner on screen. Like, he's my favorite Lantern.
Yeah, they need another Green Lantern. I see him on. I'm like, nah.
So, yeah. So I will say is when Lois is talking to them and he's just spitting out stuff, and she's like, "Dude," like, that did make me laugh. So.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta laugh out of them.
Yep.
There you go. We got a point.
But yeah, Mr. Terrific. I thought the actor did a really good job.
Yeah, he was great.
I liked his T-spheres and how he utilized them and everything.
Yeah.
And just how annoyed he was with everybody because they were so dumb compared to him.
Yeah. I liked how Lois calls them circles, and he was like, circles.
Three-dimensional.
Yeah, two-dimensional.
When Crypto attacked that thing and Mr. Terrific, oh no.
Yeah.
I love too, like when he shows up, you have all those like leg scars. They're like, oh, it's just a smart one. It's like, oh, famous last word.
He said, bring that dog.
That his solo fight scene was awesome.
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah, that was dope. It was dope. Cal, what about you? Outside of Superman, who is your favorite character in this film?
Oh man, I wanted to say like Mr. Terrific is definitely my favorite, but if I have to go for like the least strong character that I really like the most is Lois Lane. She is basically more like a really, unlike the original, she's basically like she's not afraid of getting into danger. Like we all know her character. She's basically more of a love interest to Superman. And the way, unlike the past Lois Lane in the animated series or in the movie, I think she's very courageous. And I think the actress, what's her? I think I know her name. Her name is oh my god, her name is Rachel Borns. I'm just gonna like go with Rachel anyway because she. Her name is so big, I can't even remember. So I'm terrible with names, but I love how she was able to portray this version of Lois Lane. And one character, I think, Lee, it's okay. I'm a little picky about Crypto because I'm really not really pleased of how they chose this breed for Crypto. I was expecting it to be a white Labrador retriever, but it was okay. But the way they actually made him, like, I don't know about. They should really go with the Labrador instead of like this other breed of dog that they went for. So That's just my nitpick about Crypto.
Just to kind of piggyback, Kyle, Lois Lane is never afraid.
Yeah,
she's very assured of herself.
Courageous. She's always been willing to jump into danger.
Even in the original Superman movie,
so many times.
A nosy person ain't scared of danger. She knows it. That's our problem.
Right. I think it's been like a long time since I've seen the original, but I was like
every iteration.
Yeah, that's
Lois, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that Superman appreciates and also dislikes about her, because even without even before Superman showed up, she would put herself in dangerous situations.
Yeah,
she is solely focused on getting the story, the scoop, and until Superman arrives, she, that was all she was caring about. And they portrayed that in some movies, like with the Henry Cavill one, where she's oblivious to his existence until it finally comes to the point where she has to come face to face with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's always very assured of herself, very confident, no fear, and pushes everybody's buttons just to get the story.
Yeah, why do you think Perry White gets so annoyed by her all the time? He's like, stop. Like, fine. Want to cover the story? Go do it. Go. Get out of here.
So.
Yeah. All right. And also the actress' name is Rachel Brosnahan. So.
Yeah, thank you. That name was so big to pronounce. I was like, oh my God. I suck at this.
You're good, Kyle.
It's okay.
Remy.
Too.
What about you, Remy? Who is your favorite character outside of Superman?
I definitely have to go with Mr. Terrific. I think he stole the show. Like, he just had this sort of very charisma to him, and just the way the actor carried himself, I thought was fantastic. And again, just that we mentioned it, but that fight he has on the beach when they're gonna go save Superman is amazing. Just the way it's one continuous shot, and you're inside the force field with Lois watching him take out all the guards. And I like too, it kind of has this kind of gunslinger vibe where he's just pointing all his spears at all of them and knocking all of them out. I thought that was really awesome. I think a runner-up, I think honestly I'd probably pick Crypto, just because I think Crypto made me laugh the most out of all the other characters. Just the amount of destruction that he was just causing around the place.
Yeah,
I love that scene where what is it? I think I think when Crypto was when Crypto sees one of this terrific spears, and he kind of does that little head tilt.
Oh yeah, you're come on.
He sees it as a ball, and Mr. Terrific's uh-oh. And he grabs it. And I love too, he crushes another one. Mr. Terrific's just come on!
He's man, these things expensive.
Yeah, and I loved, but also I love the fact too that Crypto also shows a loving side to Superman. When Superman gets back up from after he heals from the kryptonite poisoning, you have Crypto on top of him acting like a dog. He's wagging his tail all happy and stuff like that. And I absolutely love the twist at the end where Supergirl shows up and you're oh, that's her dog, and then Crypto's slamming her into the ground, breaking. And Superman's just see, this is why he doesn't know any boundaries. And I'm that makes more sense, because you're thinking man, Superman, get control of your dog, dude. This thing's gonna kill somebody. And then when you see who the actual owner is, you're okay, that's why. That's why.
It didn't even phase her when he charged at her. She used to it. She goes with it.
Yeah, because she's a Kryptonian, so she could take it. But Superman did it. But Krypton did it to an actual human being. I'm no, that human being would be dead.
Well, she was also drunk at the time too. So
yeah.
Partying from planet to planet.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I like that.
I was not expecting it.
Yeah, I got
a cool little cameo.
At the end. I was oh shoot.
What about you, sir? Outside of Superman, who is your favorite character in this film?
So I really did like Mr. Terrific. I can't stand that name. That's just too cheesy for me.
Point of it.
I did. I'm sorry. I don't care if that's in the comics or not.
No, I get it. It's fine.
I was okay. Yeah. You can do better than that. But I will be the minority when I say I actually really liked Hot Girl.
Alright.
I like her. I like her attitude. I like her attitude because it's very like, whatever.
Yeah.
But the screeching and maybe the screeching wouldn't be so bad if the face angle when she did the screeching just didn't look so awkward and cringe. It was just very like, why would you choose that angle? Like, if you didn't even just show that angle and she was attacking someone and did the screech, maybe. Screech was still a bit pushing it too much. But apart from that, I guess I can say I dig her vibe. But I did like Mr. Terrific too, so I guess it's kind of like toss it between the two.
And Hawk Girl did have the cool scene where she was like, "I'm not Superman," and she just dropped him.
Cool. She's very like I like that. Yeah, she's
which
like,
makes sense because she's one of the more brutal heroes. Because I remember
that was cool.
watching her in the Justice League series, and like she was always up for a fight. Like she was always up like going up against anybody. So
her attitude was fine.
Yeah, I thought
and that's what I like. I guess that's what I connected with. Like I like her attitude. Or I dig her attitude. But I also dig like Mr. Terrific. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of a toss up between the two. I don't like her screech and the face angle, and Mr. Terrific. You got to get a new name. Sorry. But yeah, so a toss up between the two.
Call him Mr. T.
Another really interesting
T on the face for the film. They could have made that look really ridiculous. The T that he has on his face that he like has in the comics. I thought they could have made that look really ridiculous, but I thought they handled that pretty well with the makeup.
Yeah. They had practice with the not Smallville, Supergirl TV series.
Oh, okay.
Or Arrow. He was in Arrow, and they figured out how to do it there. So.
Yeah, I never watched Arrow. So.
I only saw Supergirl when she would cross over with
Flash.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons were okay, or at least the first season was good, and then I think the first half of the second season was good, but then the second half started getting WB'd too much, and then the third season was just
Supergirl.
Cool. Yeah, I agree, DJ. Yeah.
I didn't hear too much. Yeah, I didn't hear a lot of good things about Supergirl, so I was like,
I do like her as Supergirl, but yeah, the series I didn't watch it.
Yeah, the first season was on CBS. So it was a whole different production company and stuff. And then it got brought into the whole WB umbrella, and they just changed a lot of it. So
yeah.
Another really interesting fact that this actress, Elizabeth Merce, she took inspiration from the voice actress of Hawkgirl in the Justice League animated series. And that's how she was able to try to put that in the role of the movie, but make that in her own take.
That's good.
I think a war cry is okay, once in a great while, or when you're doing a big power move or something. But it seemed like she had to scream in order to fly and attack.
Right.
That's how much was going on.
Yeah.
And it was just too much.
Yeah, I think the first time she charges in to fight that kaiju when she screeches, I think that works because she's going into battle with a huge monster, so she's going to assert her dominance on it, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but every other time while she's just flying around, no, just shut up.
Watch them do that with Rodan when he comes back in the monster. Screech.
No.
Shut up.
Oh boy.
Godzilla car just go look at him like, can you shut up? Enough.
No, he gonna blast him.
Yeah. I hope that happens in the comics.
Godzilla just smack him with his tail. Shut up.
Well, if we get that, and if Ghidorah ever finds a way to King Ghidorah ever finds a way to come back, we need the BD.
No, God.
Oh man!
When he's on loop the entire time, Ghidorah's on screen. It's constant. It's enough.
Go ahead and take him out.
I'll just walk out of theater at that point. It's I'm done. I can't do this. I love you, man, but I can't. No more. Shut up.
Sit down, Remy. Sit down.
DJ, I gotta ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Bring it on.
I was just gonna ask you, what was your favorite scene or favorite scenes from watching this film?
Well, I already mentioned before Mr. Terrific's fight scene on the beach. That was probably one of my favorites. I did like the scene with Guy Gardner and Hot Girl when they first landed at the battlefront and he started flipping the tanks and stuff. Though it's a little confusing when his projections are coming up from underground because it's literally supposed to be coming directly from the ring. So it's not like like how Mr. Terrific had the bubble and put it around Lois and stuff. The Green Lanterns, it's always attached to the ring. No matter what they create, it's always attached to the ring. There's always some kind of thread. So it was just a little weird seeing everything just like coming up from underground.
I think it was just to make the shot look cool.
No, it does look cool. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it does go by pretty quick, so they might have had the tail in there or whatever, but it's so quick it just doesn't show. Yeah. And then I do appreciate the fight with Kaiju.
Oh yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, that was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
And like I liked how Superman's like, we don't have to kill it, like but at the same time it's like, assert your leadership, dude. Like just step in. If you really want to protect the thing, you can pick it up and fly it away.
Although, but then we couldn't get Mr. Terrific's awesome look that he gives Superman, that like annoyed look. Like, really, you really want to save this damn thing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But,
like, come on, man.
So, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's about it.
I can't wait to re-rate this movie. Kyle, what about you? What was your favorite scene or scenes from this movie?
Oh my. I love the kaiju scene, which that was so cool, which I can't get enough of. I think that was like the main highlight of the movie. And I think I love the oh my god. I think my second one was basically where oh my god, this was the only scene I remember, but then I love how like maybe Clark, I love the final battle where Superman actually battles Ultraman, and that's where we begin to see the entire armor uncovers that it's actually like a clone of Superman, which in the original comics, I remember that the Ultraman in the DC comics is from another universe. Yeah. So basically from the Crime Syndicate, which I still remember from the animated movie.
Yeah, even though they call him Ultraman, this is essentially Bizarro.
Yeah, but they kind of like mixed the origins of the two in this one.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Like, I kind of like had a hard time understanding this whole concept, but then it all makes sense as we are like discussing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially Bizarro, but they named him Ultraman.
Yeah. Well, he does fall into that black hole. And a lot of people are like theorizing that may be what turns him, or he might come back as like a full Bizarro.
Yeah, mutates him.
Yeah.
Because like even in the animated series, he started out looking exactly like Superman, but then
changes over
the combination of DNAs that they used to create him started to degrade, and then that's what mutated him into what we know as Bizarro in that. So
yeah, you really you took the words right out of my mouth, DJ. It's like it's the same. No, you're totally cool. I love that. It's like you're really into that. I feel like we all kind of like have this big passion for comics, which is really wonderful.
Yes, sir. But the comics, I mean, but I always felt like when they do these, but I know they can't because the comics are greater than anything they put out, but just it just
it is hard to translate it. But.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
really
I
hard.
don't think we're gonna see a movie adaptation of Superman grabbing the edge of the universe and then carrying it with him. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't gonna see that now, Remy.
No.
Or
I
him
don't think it's gonna happen.
punching through reality with Superboy Prime.
Yeah, let's not do that. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I think a lot of people will be like, "All right, come on."
Kick him off the planet. But Remy, what was some of your favorite scenes from the Superman film?
Definitely the kaiju fight is one of them. I think just because that gave us like some of like the best, I think, shots or like moments of Superman, like being Superman, where like he put everybody's lives like above. That's like the main motivation. Like I love that scene where like he like at first punches a kaiju and as it's falling back, he like pushes it back so it doesn't like fall into a building. I'm like, there you go, awesome. And I love too how like he has that moment where he saves a squirrel. I know a lot of people are just like, man, that's too overboard. But I'm like, no, that's amazing.
I like how he checked on everybody after it spit fire at him.
Yeah, he's like, everybody okay? Like he's like even like he like blocked the fire.
Yeah, right.
I love too how like they added that detail where like after he flies up, he has the kaiju shooting the fire up into the air, so it's not hitting any more buildings. So it's just focusing on him.
Yeah,
so I like that added addition. The fight, Mr. Terrific's fight, I really like that one too. I did also really like the scene between Superman and his dad when they're like on the farm. I love that moment. That moment kind of like, I don't know, for some reason, like every single time I see that, I always kind of get a little bit misty-eyed watching that. I'm like, oh, what a good father-son moment. I like that. Yeah. And then, of course, I love the moment too, where the raising of the flag, where you have all of the people like cheering for him, going like Superman, and the little kids screaming Superman too. That, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I watched that in theaters, that was the moment that got me teary-eyed. I was like, oh God.
I ain't gonna lie, I did laugh when dude took that can and threw it at his head. It caught me off guard.
Yeah, it turns to the freaking Homelander afterwards, just lasers all those people. Like, you know what? Kills them all.
It's interesting. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in the original version of that scene, he actually like flinches, and so many people were like, "Dude, what the hell? Superman would not flinch at a stupid can of soup bouncing off his head. He wouldn't even feel it."
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they went back and changed it.
Yeah. What else? I did like the fight between. I kind of like the final fight between Superman, the Engineer, and Ultraman. I love that move that he does to Engineer, where at first he tries to like go like talk to her, like you don't have to do what Lex tells you, and then after Ultraman hits him, he's like, you know what, forget it. He starts to get spin attack with her still attached to his arm. And I love the final fight between him and Ultraman, where after Krypto jumps in, Superman just starts wailing on him. He's like punching him like 100 feet through the air. He's like grabbing debris and hitting him.
Bro, that was crazy.
And the fight that he has with the Raptors, where he like does the spin with the laser eyes, and I love that shot too. Like he punches that one dude's teeth out towards the camera. I was like, nice, badass. And of course, I also like the moment too where Superman does like his little like human speech. And another scene I really did enjoy was like the final moment where he's back at the fortress and they're playing videos of him with his with the Clark family. I mean, with the Kent family. I really like that because like it kind of comes full circle where at first the message that was given to him by his Kryptonian parents was the one that he found most soothing, but then at the very end where he learns that who his real parents are, it's the Kent family that he like soothes him the most now. So I like how he kind of have that like full circle like character arc at the very end. So yeah,
that was nice.
Sarge, what about you? What are your favorite scenes from this film?
I'll go with the kaiju fight. Although for some reason, every time I think about the kaiju fight, I think about the kaiju. I think about Shimo for some reason. Like they're just kind of like looking like.
Oh God.
Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to see it again. But yeah, good fight, good representation of Superman. Just good visuals, man. Like I mean, what can I say? Like I said before, like yeah, it's a good looking movie. I mean, may not be perfect, may have some funny things about it, but at least it looks good. That and then also the final fight with was it Ultraman?
Ultraman.
Yeah, there was some killer stuff there. Some like the kind of scenes that I want from a Superman movie.
Yeah,
for sure. That was great. Yeah, that was great. And then also to the what did you say, Remy? The Superman and the spinning around the laser eyes.
Oh, when he's playing the
that
guy.
was cold.
When I
That
saw
was
that,
cold.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Luther Truths.
that came out in a trailer, right?
Yeah, they showed it in the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah. When I saw it in a trailer, I was like, all right.
Yeah, that was pretty badass.
I would like to see
Alright.
this. I would like to see this. So yeah. So those would be my picks.
Okay, and I got 2 more questions because I know we ran over tonight, which is fine. But just 2 more questions. DJ, how did you feel about Lex Luthor's character in his film? And out of 5 stars, how would you rate this film?
Lord
So
help.
I think the actor did a good job with Lex Luthor. He definitely portrayed him as obsessive, like overly obsessive on Superman. And so I appreciated that fact of it. The thing that kind of drove me nuts about all that, though, is the fact that Superman didn't realize that there was cameras, essentially allowing Ultraman to be controlled the entire time, like, and he didn't just laser shoot him. Like, so as far as stars, I don't know if I'll ever sit down and watch this movie again.
Damn.
Man.
So
What did you say, DJ?
I said I don't know if I'll ever sit down and watch this movie again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a 1.
God. Damn. Oh, I thought a 2 at least, man. Wow.
Why? You're
Like
killing it.
while there's things that I appreciate about it, I do not like this iteration of Superman. I hate the fact that everybody in the world disrespects him. He's like, I could understand if it was his first day and nobody trusted him, fine. But he's been there for 3 years, proving that he's there to help save people. And the people that are supposed to be his friends treat him like shit. So I'm sorry, that's not the Superman mythos that I understand. So, and even his cousin treats him like shit.
Well, don't you usually do?
No, like every portrayal that I've seen of, now granted, I haven't read all the comics, so there might be something. I know that this Supergirl is supposed to be based on a newer version of Supergirl, which apparently has sold extremely poorly. But the iterations that I've always seen, Supergirl appreciates everything that Superman does, because she was originally sent to be his protector, but she missed out because of some mishap, and so she looks up to him because he's the one that's now more experienced than her. And so the fact that she's a party drunk girl and just taking advantage of his kindness, no. So yeah, 1 star.
I will say this. I'm glad Jitters got a shout out in the movie. I will say that. So that's good that Jitters is still around. Kyle, how did you feel about Lex Luthor's character? And out of 5 stars, how would you rate this film?
I would say he's more like he's obsessed about humiliating and trying to, like, I want to say kill, but he mostly wants to humiliate Superman. And Nicholas Holt's character's portrayal of his Lex Luthor did a great job of bringing Lex Luthor to life. When I looked up in the cast, I was like, or saw him on screen, I was like, good grief. That's the guy who played Beast in the X-Men series. I was like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, he's a good
I don't know.
actor.
Yeah.
I don't know it was him all along. It's like I didn't recognize him at first, but he did a really great job. And I really think this version of Lex Luthor really succeed in my expectations of how a supervillain should be. And my rating for this movie, I would have to give it like I really want to give like a 3 out of 5. I mean a 4 out of 5, but I'm actually going to give it like a 3 because it's okay. You know, it may not be exactly what many people were expecting Superman to be, more human emotional, but give it what it is. It's basically a James Gunn's film, and he basically went out and did his homework.
All right.
James Gunn made James Gunn.
Yeah, thank you. I almost said his.
He didn't do homework. He glossed over things, and then he's like, "Okay, this is my interpretation of what I think it should be." And screw what everybody else says. So James, that's why it's called James Gunn SuperMan, because it's James Gunn.
Remy, how would you describe Lex Luthor's character? And out of 5 stars, how would you rate this movie?
Well, I agree with DJ and Kyle's point. I thought Nicholas Hoult did a good job portraying Lex in this movie and just like giving a good sense of like the pure amount of absolute disdain and hatred that Lex had towards Superman. Like I love that shot at the very end where like Lex like loses and you just see him like tearing up from like just so much hatred and anger building up from like Superman ruining his plans. I'm like, God, man, like that. Like I thought like this character portrayed such a good version of just that ultimate like hater, just wanted to just like ruin every aspect of the character, which makes sense because that is Luthor in like almost every iteration that he is wanting to ruin Superman as much as he can. And I love too like that whole like speech or like monologue that Lex gives to him. He's just like, because you're destroying us. Like he's just like yelling at Superman, just like, I hate this about you. I hate your suit. I hate your hair. I hate your character. I hate everything about you. I hate your dog. Your dog sucks. So like, I don't know. I just love that that whole aspect of his character. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see the following movie, Man of Tomorrow, with them possibly having to team up against a greater threat. I think that's a little too soon, but we shall see what happens with that. Yeah, in terms of 5 stars, I honestly would give this movie a 4 out of 5. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I had fun with it. Is it perfect? No. But I feel like at the very least, it captured that like feeling of hope that I wanted from a Superman movie. And I felt like this movie got that in a couple of scenes. I wanted to love this movie. I didn't, but I really liked it. And I felt like that was good enough for me. So I'm interested to see where they continue with this. There's improvements to be made, of course. But for me, I had fun with the film overall.
No, I mean, I liked it too. I give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I liked it. I did it. Like I said, I did enjoy it, but I'm not gonna say I loved it. My mom does not like it at all. That's a side nigga. She's with you, DJ. If she was on this stream right now, she clap at everything you said because everything you're saying is things that she told me before I even seen the movie. So
funny enough, Donald, my mom also does not like this movie.
Yeah, my mom is like.
I asked her about it. She's like, I thought it was boring. I'm like, boring.
My mom said
like,
this is not the Superman that she's accustomed. That her and my aunt was accustomed to seeing and growing up on. So my mom had big issues with it, like the same issues you actually had, DJ. So you guys are like thinking the same, like the same exact way about this film.
And it's funny too because I actually asked her about like crypto. I'm like, what would you think of crypto? She's like, no, I like crypto. He was cool. I'm like, of course you did. He's a
My
dog.
mom did not like. I'm like, they can't set it over FCC Airways. What she said.
I've seen better versions of crypto in like the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, me too. Serge, what about you? How did you feel about Lex Luthor's character? And out of 5 stars, how would you rate this film?
Man, this Lex Luthor was so much better than the last one we got.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of them are better than the
was-
last one.
Basically,
Dude, that was
Lex
like, I
Luthor.
mean, like, I'm bald. I would be a better Lex Luthor than the last one. Like, no problem.
George, I would
But
love to see you play Lex Luthor.
I
feel
I
that'd be great.
I would do great. Trust me, I can yell at people all day.
Yeah, I could be Superman.
Yeah, I couldn't stand. What was his name? Eisenberg. Jesse.
yeah, just
Just, yeah,
yeah.
Oh God, that was the stupidest decision ever. Anyways,
yeah, just like Jared Leto as Joker.
Oh God, don't bring that up.
Okay,
I mean-
next review.
No.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I really enjoyed this Lex Luthor. I thought he actually felt, intimidating. Maybe not physically like comic book and cartoons, but the presence was there. It was it was tangible. His hatred, his disdain, it was tangible towards Superman. It was great. Although I will say that the only part that the movie that I was like, okay, James Gunn, chill out a bit, was when they went into the fortress of Solitude, and then like all this stuff is just zipping by Lex Luthor, and it's just like does not face him whatsoever. And I was like, all right, tone it down. He's still human. Take it easy. Other than that, great portrayal.
Okay.
I don't really have a complaint. I thought he did a damn good job. As far as the movie, yeah, I always tell people, like, I'm a very, very easygoing reviewer. Like, if I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. I mean, like your mom, like if she straight up just like did not like it, then yeah, like 0 or 1. But like I did enjoy it. I didn't. I think, like Remy said, it's not perfect, and there's issues, and I hope.
Yeah, it was a great film.
Yeah, like I hope they I could see myself watching this movie again. Like I almost, like I said, I had seen it some time back, and if I had time this week, which I didn't, I would have watched it again, and I wouldn't have minded, because I wouldn't mind watching it again. And in fact, I think even my kids wanted to see it, and I thought, like, well, number one, I thought, can my kids see it? And then I thought, yeah, like, look, yeah, let's watch it. I mean, cool. So I'm gonna go with a. See, my toxic trait is that I think about all the other movies that I've given like a 4 out of 5 to, and I think, is this on the same boat?
Yeah.
And if I think objectively, I guess I'll go with I'm in between a 3.5 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5, because I just think about other movies that I've given a 4 out of 5 to, and I think, like, well, I don't think Superman's that good, but I did enjoy it. So let's just say that. Let's just say I'm still deciding between 3.5 and 4 out of 5. So, somewhere in there.
All right. Oh, sound good.
Well,
that
DJ's like, I hate you all.
that wraps up our James Gunn.
I mean, I don't hate you guys. You're all wrong, but I don't hate you guys.
He's like, I don't movies anymore. All right.
Later on DJ's channel.
That wraps up the James Gunn
I'm kicked off this now.
2025 movie review. Before we log off, I'm gonna pass it to my brother DJ to let him make some announcements about his cool channel. So DJ,
well, about that,
I know you're
hiatus.
Yeah, I know you're taking a hiatus, but for those who want to catch up, let him announce what let them know that y'all won't be there, or Go ahead, DJ. The floor is yours, brother.
I'm sure I won a whole bunch of people over with this one. Yeah, so
you won my mom over, so
yeah. So over on Dragon DJ Reviews this past Friday, we talked about the Chainsaw Man movie, the Reze arc, and so we had a good conversation about that. And we've been reviewing the weekly episodes of Kamen Rider Zets. So we reviewed episode 13 on Friday, and that was good. And I just saw episode 14 a little bit before this, and it was awesome. So I'm looking forward to talking about that, but it's going to be a couple weeks because holidays are coming up, and Remy's got some traveling to do. So, we're gonna.
Yeah, oh man.
So
Man,
Friday
Remy.
was our
Remy.
last episode for the year. We will be back not the first Friday of 26, but the second Friday we'll be back because the first Friday is January 2nd, and yeah, so we're just gonna enjoy that New Year's weekend. But when we get back, we'll probably, if they have a new episode every week until then, we'll probably be talking about just Kamen Rider Zets, getting caught up on that because that'll be like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then yeah, so we'll get back into the routine after that.
All right, sounds good. Dragon DJ reviews. Make sure y'all go and like, comment, share, and subscribe. With that being said, I'm Donald.
DJ.
Kyle.
I'm Remy.
Serge.
And we are the Sci-Fi Nerds.
Lady
I'll
people.
speed us,